Tell you, if it ain't one thing, it's something else. Welcome. And welcome back, everybody. My name is Mello. This is Art to the Round Table. We're going to keep going on today's. This is the second stream of the day. And we're just going to keep inking this piece. Inking this piece. Let me know if you guys can see that or if you can hear me okay. Make sure you say hello. Happy Friday. Let me know if you celebrate the Happy Friday. Not everybody does. We got a bunch of cantankerous goobs. I don't think I'm one of them. But if you don't know, anyway, I'm just kidding. I hope the sun is shining upon you today. And if it's nighttime, I hope it's cool and you're hanging out. It's just the same black ink that I was using earlier today. I had to go run some errands, so I wrapped it up. Alright. This thing is taking a bit, so let's just get to it. Alright, let me hit all of my cameras. Shall we? Make sure everything looks good, make sure you can see me and everything, and I think we are right. I am using my Winsor Newton Series 7 round brush, number 2. The number's already rubbing off. Number 2. I have a number 2, this one, and a number 3. I do not use the number 3. I could. I like to use the smaller sized brush just for help with line control. I'm using New York Central waterproof ink. Off camera, before I turned it on, I went and I redrew this hand. I didn't like the way it was, so I drew it in reverse so it'll appear like it's broken. Add some tension, add some more tension to the already tense piece. And I quickly drew the hand on top here. Try to get everything on screen for you. Alright, let's just get to it. I'll say hello while you say hello. Let's get painting. Let's get inking. If you are not familiar, I am drawing or inking Judge Anderson. Oh, I almost messed up her face. Judge Death, which I haven't done much work at, and Dread on the right. It feels weird. I only been away for a few minutes, and I feel cold, or like I said, I said in my earlier stream how I don't normally warm up. I'll just end up. So if I was gonna ink, I would have been inking something yesterday. But I don't ink or warm up before. I probably should. But there's a reason for it. I feel sometimes that some of my better lines are my stiffer lines, if that makes sense. And I don't want to waste energy. All right. But we're moving along. This is not too bad. Adding some heavier lines for the hair. Just so they won't sit, everything won't sit in the same plane or outline. You got to add some line weight. All right. As best as you can. I don't have a individual who inks or paints my stuff. I do all of that my own. But I don't do myself any favors. Why should I? Alright, let's do some of this here. If you guys are curious of how I'm dropping some of these lines, these thinner lines, give me 1 second. There's something in my view here that's annoying. These tapered lines, all I'm really doing is tapping down gently at a certain angle, so I'm allowing the brush's tip to do that for me by just gently, ever so lightly, tappy, tappy. So I'm not really even pulling, I'm just tapping. Just tapping. So depending where I want the sharpness of the line, and where I want the taper is how I rotate the page. Handus 47. Good morning to you. It's actually late afternoon for me, but good morning to you. Thanks for jumping on. Appreciate it. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I was drawing hands. The last time you was here. I hope you're doing well. Happy Friday. Alright, so I'm going to have to add some shading here for the helmet, but I want it tapered. That's right. You're in New Zealand? Is that right? Saturday morning. You're in the future. Anything good happen in the future that you can share with me? Sorry for all the rotation. But I'm better at pulling the brush towards me. And when it comes to inking, you have to be comfortable. You can't worry about, unfortunately, like me, if you're sharing your work online, the sun comes up. That's fantastic. Well, thank you for the good news. It's beautiful over here, but it is about to start raining, which we needed where I am. Here's a trick. I'm trying to do a light gradient. This is all going to be solid black inside here, this piece. But I wanted to go kind of like tapered and gradient out towards the edge of the helmet. So what I end up doing is I'll start where the deepest black is going to go and then lightly come up off the page for that gradient effect. And then I smudge that up and let me know that that's going to be black. I'm going to test out my tapering skills here. A little ink. Handers 47. Are you familiar with Judge Dredd and the characters that I'm drawing or inking? Oh, thank you. It's all in the wrist. It's for my wrist clacks. I just wish there was a more dominant white ink that you can do the same type of coverage with. I haven't found it yet. Alright, cool. Well, that's cool. Oh no, well, that's okay. I don't care if I get some smudges going on. I don't mind because I used to put so much emphasis on trying to be neat and not mess up when it came to painting or just using black ink, that you just end up being really tight with your work, and I don't know if you can tell, I've already splashed a bunch of ink on it all over the place. Not so much, but I'm going to try to do a bit more. So every once in a while I'll just hit my brush to leave a splatter. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. This always gets a little bit nerve-wracking once you start getting a little bit closer and closer to the end results, and the blacks start filling in. All the empty spaces start filling up, and you're like, oh man, don't mess it up now. I've actually been really loose for this one today. I'm thankful for that. Early on, I used to be so nervous and tight about inking, period. I've made some videos about that tightness, that always being afraid of messing up, and the finality of ink over pencils and avoiding it so much so that there's got to be a point as an artist that you got to just let that go. I feel like this is going to be, and kind of embrace it. It's still intimidates me a bit, but not so much. Now is more of how to study it. Like I'm doing a piece there that I need to figure out how to do rock textures and walls and that type of stuff. So that's the only reason why it's slowed me down from moving forward with it. So I just think I'm gonna have to just look at some books and see if I can replicate their marks on how they did it. I'm giving it a little bit more wrinkles and fluidity in his suits, in his leather, whatever type of material it's in his outfit. Plus, I want to make it clear that this arm of his is twisted up and broken. That's why I'm gonna start working on the hand here. My glasses. Okay. Ooh, The Art of Comic Book Inking. Is that with? Don't tell me. Don't tell me. What the hell? I'm drawing a complete blank. You know, I really appreciate you. I really appreciate you. Because you're like, come on. I can almost feel you on the other side going, come on, you almost got it. You know why it's so frustrating? I did a Conan piece by Jack Kirby, and the pencils are in that book. Gary Martin, good lord. Yes. Yes. That's funny. I appreciate you. Thanks. Oh, brother, that must have been painful to experience on that side. As painful as it was for me, not being able to remember. Just putting some shadows there. Thank you, though. I would have. I would have paused and Googled it. Uh, I think I have a digital version of that book somewhere. It's a great book. I have that book. If I have it, I think I have it in digital. I have one Klaus Janson did. And I can't read it, it's too far for me. Framed Ink by an amazing Italian artist as well. I'm a visual learner. It's hard. It has been hard lately to read steps. But I just think that's being lazy too on my part. If I really wanted to, I would do it. But I did just buy a for painting the Anatomy for Fantasy Artists by Glenn Fabry. So we'll see if that helps. Do you find the book helpful as a guide to read, or more as a to look at the images and try to follow the type of lines that they're making? Hello, Rosie Perez. Welcome. Your name is Lydia. Well, thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining the crew. Say hello to Handis47. We're just talking about inking, art in general. The inking has a very classic look. Yeah, I can see that. I hear you. I hear you. There's some inkers that I just can't. I appreciate their work, but I just can't follow. Like Jack Kirby. I think I could probably follow Kubert a little bit better. But it's just one of those things. What's up, Caleb? How you doing? I am drawing or inking Judge Dredd, Judge Anderson getting wrecked. They're both getting wrecked by Judge Death in the background. Will our hero survive? I just have to be careful how much ink I drop on this. But yeah. Caleb, you're familiar. You have to be. Yeah? Familiar with Judge Dredd and the Ilk? If you're a Sylvester Stallone fan, you've probably seen one. Oh, when did that movie come out? Oof. And I'm not going to talk trash because I actually saw that POS in the theaters. I didn't know enough about Dredd. Ryan Benjamin is good for one of our younger contemporaries. Great movie. Mm-hmm. I like Ryan Benjamin's art because he does it all. I don't know if he paints. I'll take that back. I don't know if he paints, but I know his inking is really good. I've cribbed a lot of stuff from him. I wish I could remember a lot of the stuff I've taken from these artists. Like, if I wish I could pinpoint it. Oh yeah, dude. Demolition Man. Yes. Yeah, Demolition Man was amazing. All right. Yeah, the Millennial Man. That's close enough. I knew what you meant, brother. I knew. This is another one with Ryan Benjamin that I enjoy his artwork, and I can't recall his name either. Of course. Is it Mark? I'm over rendering, so let's just slow down here. Oh, thank you. I'm still trying to get my bearings on how I want to do certain things. Um, I'm basically taking a lot of stuff from a lot of different artists and seeing which one works for my eye. Sometimes what works for them doesn't necessarily work for you as an artist. So that's why you gotta steal from everybody and see what fits. I'm losing a lot of the picture. But yeah, but lately I've been taking and really studying a lot of the older uh, artists, like I said, like Kubert and like Jack Kirby, and more contemporary guys like from the '80s, like John Byrne, John Romita Jr. and his dad in the '60s and '70s, John Romita. And of course, John Buscema. The thing with studying those older styles is that they are stuck in that timeline, and some of it does not translate well on contemporary art. I think it works well if you're using it for something of that ilk. For instance, in the Battlestar Barbarian drawing that I was doing, I was using a lot of Buscema's because he was a Conan inker. Not just a Conan inker, but he cut his teeth doing those type of comics and novels. So why not? And then just looking at his stuff, it branched out to other artists that did that type of stuff, like Barry Windsor Smith and Alfredo Alcala and Ernie Chan. For instance, the Hulk piece I did is Ernie Chan. I thought it was Buscema, but it was Ernie Chan. I don't want to put too much lines on her hair because she's blonde, and that has to go against the dark hands and all the dark leather, so it has to stand out. Something like that. I don't know if it reads or if it will read in black and white. So I really have to make sure her face works. Yeah, the power of the internet. being able to see all these artists' work, it absolutely is great and amazing, and we don't know how lucky we are. And we should appreciate it, and we should honor them as much as we can. I don't know how I'm going to do this. Okay. Well, yeah, and some of these I was able to see and find. It's in French. I forget the name of the channel or the video. If I can find it in my history, I'll share it. And it has, I don't remember if it was Loomis or Riley. Anyways, one of those artists. It had Buscema, and then a French artist. And they all drew together on this one giant sheet of paper. Freehand marker. It was amazing. Buscema, he did Silver Surfer. Loomis did Tarzan. And the last artist did like a totem. Vurenair, welcome back. I really wanted to show that stress. Gotta be able to hear that expression. This eye needs to be a bit. Ooh, you pulling an all-nighter? Should you? Well, it's probably too late to ask now. If you're in it, then my buddy, good luck. I'll get your doodle on. Veroneer, what time is it where you are? One in the morning. You got time to go to bed. But selfishly, thanks for hanging out. Drawing along. I have not gotten a chance to check out the community tab just yet. To check out your latest creation. Trying to think where the shadow would be. Here, here. Oof. Yeah, that's tough. I think I messed up here. We'll find out later. Alright, this is her arm. I'm gonna add some tear in there. Why not? I can't remember when I pulled an all-nighter. Too old for that, man. Alright, I'm gonna do this way then. Yeah, I can't do not all-nighters anymore. I tell you what though, the one thing I do miss and enjoy is how quiet it gets. I don't mind quiet. Yeah. Well, later on this year, I gotta find out. My son's gonna be working pretty late, and he's gonna need somebody to pick him up. So I might end up doing a later show, a later stream. See how that works out. Alright, where are we? And now we're in? Man, I gotta get to work. Inking is one of those that, unless you're doing everything in black, it takes a while. No, sir. Oh, ma'am. This is not my job. I am currently unemployed. So, you know what? It kind of is, because this is what I'm trying to make as my job. So, I'm doing a lot of this live and a lot of this on YouTube so that YouTube can monetize my channel. So, I want to thank you guys for hanging out, for making it possible, just for even considering the idea of being monetized is only ever because you guys watch and hang out. So, but no, I currently do not work. So this is what I do. Dang, Brandon Clark, what's up, man? How you doing, B? I gotta call you, man. All right, so 3 pouches. I'm gonna remove that one. So 2 pouches. Vernier asks, am I planning to draw my comics in the future? Yes. Yes. But there are a lot of stuff that I need to learn first, which could just be baloney. It could just be me dealing with what they call a failure to launch. And I'll tell you why. Because this isn't something that I've done. I've only ever done like something like this, a cover, a splash page, or a poster, that type of artwork, a single piece. It's not the same. Drawing something like this, where I can tell kind of a contained story in a scene, is not the same as writing or drawing out the story completely. I'm only giving you a moment. So there's certain things that I still need to learn and study, which is what I'm currently doing. So all the stuff that I am painting and showing on my channel lately, you guys are just watching me practice my craft, practice the process to go on to do bigger and better things. And the benefit of that, man, I get to share it with you guys in real time. When I start doing my story, I will be sharing my pages, so you guys can see what's going on in real time and how I'm painting and inking and drawing them. Oh yeah, I'm glad the weather's nice down there, B. What will the titles be though? Ooh, you're trying to get. Some of them aren't titled at all. Some of them are just concepts. Some of them are just that. I'm an idea factory right now. There is I am planning to do a lot of biblical stories from the Bible, and characters from the Bible. Which is why I'm trying to learn a lot about how to do swords and sorcery and backgrounds and stuff like that. That's going to be black. I need something here. So, that's what I'll be doing. So no titles just yet. Not any that would be useful or set in stone. So I do have a goofy holiday or a Christmas story that I have scripted out, and I've showed some drawings, but I might put that one on hold for a bit, just because it doesn't have any emotional weight to me. I kind of did it. I think I did it for the wrong reason. As a soft bite into the whole process. Meaning I picked kind of like a simple story to see if I can do it, and all that does is postpone the inevitable. All right. You're also trying to improve your drawing and your drawing skills to the point that you can draw your own manga and or comic, but it's hard to draw every day because you're preparing for the entrance. So this is what I would say. I know it's difficult. So what I was going to say, just do, if you can't do full pages, do the story. Storyboard or something, that type of stuff. Put your ideas in stick figures inside of a notebook or something. In the future, you'll buy Proco drawing courses to improve your skills, though, once you get in college. Well, good luck with that, getting into college. There's a ton of free resources, bud. Not that I'm trying to take away money from Proco. But saying that, I know I can understand, because I've paid for courses on Domestica, and I kind of regret it. But anyway, it is what it is. Alright, I don't know how I'm gonna get this ghoul, but I'm getting there. how am I able to gauge it? The proportions? Well, with something like this, I'm kind of cheating because everything is kind of contorted and tucked into stuff. So whatever I'm not too sure about, I can hide it in the shadow. But I have a ton of figures that I use whenever I can for reference. But I have a general model to certain things is measured by the head. The superhero body's usually 8 heads high, meaning that if you were to draw just the head and use that as your base of measurement, 1, 2, 3, 4 all the way down here because of his hips, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? That is as loose. That's how loosely I measure something like this. And what I end up doing is mentally I have a certain ruler. I know where the head is, the Adam's apple, where the shoulders are going to be, and then you can kind of play that way. But it's just from years of drawing misproportioned superheroes. You learn real quick if you start doing life models or using a reference from life models, how quickly you realize how bad those proportions are. I'm just putting drop shadows where his fingers would be. But then I go and cheat. And I'll use my homie. Let me pause this here. My homie. If you got G.I. Joes, you can do. You can use it that way. You can use your own self. But with that in mind, with that simple, rudimentary measuring of the figures, women are kind of shorter, 6 to 7, 7 if they're superhero women. The hand is almost the size of your face. So there's certain things that you can use to cheat where the proportions are going to go. But it's just years of doing it, B. But you think I'm ready to, at this point? I might be. Honestly, Werner, I think I'm the only person that stops me. And you might be right. But here's the thing that I have not practiced enough. And I think a lot of us artists take that for granted, is that I don't draw the same thing over and over. I don't draw the same face over and over in different angles. I don't draw something as daily or boring as a empty room, an office, a car. When was the last time you saw me draw a vehicle? You know, a horse, an animal, dog, kids, children, infants, you name it. A telephone. Maybe a cell phone. Maybe I can cheat and just put a square in the hand. So those are the type of things that I have to study. But my stories aren't really involved around phones or those things. I'm just using that as an example of why I'm constantly trying to study and learn. There's certain things that I really just can't, at the moment, do or do comfortably. I spent a lot of time focusing on one singular image to tell a story. Now, there are books and there are graphic novels that are like that. One story, and one image. It'll be an image like this, just for an example, and it'll be a wall of text, that'll explain the wincing in Judge Dredd's, his expression, all of it, all the pros can be on one side. I've seen those done too. And they're pretty successful if the piece is amazing. If you want to see something like that, Bernie Wrightson doing Frankenstein, one, and also doing, I think it's called Silver Bullet, a Stephen King novelette about a werewolf, a lycanthropy. Anyway, but I just want to let you know I do acknowledge that comment. I do acknowledge that that compliment. A part of me does feel like I can. This is what stops me a little bit. I'm pretty comfortable drawing this big. I would have to use the page to do several mini images like this. And although when I started, I used to draw very small. Now I draw very big. And I paint very big. I've been trying to go in that direction. Everything just seems to be teetering back and forth in my process here. So everything in its time, man. That's all I can say, honestly. Everything will happen in its own time. So I am actually selfishly hanging out with a bunch of cool indie creators and writers and artists. And all I'm doing, besides getting cool and chummy with them, is I'm just absorbing all of their information. I am becoming an art vampire and absorbing their energy, not to steal it, not for anything like that, but to be in that energy of a creator, of a comic book creator, and just listening to their stories of how things are getting done, how things are not getting done. So they may have tips for me. Maybe one of those guys will draw my artwork, and I'll do a cover and pinups. But it's a very greedy industry. Everybody's so tight and afraid that you're going to steal their ideas, steal their IP, steal this, steal that. So in a world where no idea is original, an original idea is gold. A little mellowism for you. Put that on a shirt. Sell it. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I hear you. And that's why I'm not too bummed out about it. Sometimes, that's a lie. Sometimes I'll be like, come on, man, get it together. I spent a lot of time procrastinating and being afraid and holding back. And I don't like that feeling anymore. And especially being around these guys, these great, amazing creators. And the one thing that they say when you ask them the same thing, what do you give, what kind of advice would you give someone who's starting out, who's this, that, and the other? Every one of them says, just do it. Get it done. Put it on paper. Get the ideas out. If it comes out right, it does. If it doesn't, who cares? You got it out of your system. You got it out of your head. And you're doing something. You can't be a stagnant creator. You never have a garden if all you ever do is think about what the roses are going to look like. You got to get it out there. Bam! Another one. Listen, man, if you guys ain't recording this and taking notes, no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. The the uh the lesson I've been getting out of every one of these guys is just do it. Get it out of your system. And that's what I'm gonna try to do. But I'm actually enjoying what I'm doing right now. So that's why I think there's no level of anxiety for me when thinking about it. Because honestly, I've been thinking about it for years. So I'm really enjoying what I'm doing. I'm enjoying this process of learning and getting better, and meeting and hanging out. You know what I mean? Hanging out with these artists. Seeing the process. Like they talk behind, what is it? Inside baseball. So they don't gatekeep either. Meaning they don't keep to themselves the things that make this industry work for an indie artist. Which is why I asked them. I ask almost every creator that I meet, is there anything I can do? Because I'm learning the process. I'm kind of like an apprentice in that sense. Because the more I do in that capacity, the more I learn. And when it comes time to do my own thing, I would have known some of the steps. I would have known the pitfalls, the benefit of certain ink or sizes, and that type of stuff. Just do it. Yep. Shia LaBeouf. Alright, that's his helmet here. Whenever you feel like doing things, but I am kind of afraid of messing them up, I just do them and say, whatever happens, happens. Yeah. I'm kind of stuck here. Plus, I am way too judgmental on my own stuff. I'm extremely hard on myself. And every mistake is an eyesore. But every mistake is necessary. Duty pants. I messed up. As I mentioned, mistakes. Sorry, I got quiet. Drawing this dude's freaking mouth. I think planning too much is overanalyzing stuff, can messing up the present state, but it's kind of important too, but just don't make it happen rather than just, yeah, yes. So, planning is okay. But, like I said, right? You have to, at one point, you just gotta get it done. Yeah, and plus the story I had for the holiday story that I was creating, I um I just didn't plan it out right. I thought it was gonna be easy, and which is always a mistake. Oh man, what did I do here? I didn't plan anything. I thought it was gonna be easy, which is a mistake in itself. Take it easy, Baron. I appreciate you. This mouth is suffering. And you have what? You have a yeah, bro. Right here, bam. It's kapow. That's what I'm using as my not necessarily reference, but that's what I'm using as my. What's the word I'm looking for here? My vibe wall. Handis47, thank you so much for hanging out. I appreciate you. And as always, I will see you in the next one. Thank you, thank you. God bless you. Love you, mean it. Enjoy you later. There's a lot going on here. All right. I don't know how I'm going to adjust his... I'll just do some dark lines around him. All right, let's tune it out. Good Lord. Hmm. Damn thing is dry. Wow, what a D-bag. Well, maybe it'll work. Now I'm getting dangerously close to spilling my ink. Hammer. That's his gun. I wonder that should be black. What do I need? Boot. The glove. Okay, here we go. I think a part of this won't register unless it's painted in. So, I probably didn't do the penciler any favors, which was me. And now we're putting it all on the colors. What is going on, Ginger Bear? What's going on, man? Dude, your piece, your punish, the one you shared recently, I think is good, man. Ooh, you mean this boy right here? Oh, man. This one or the other superhero one? Did I send you these links? I can't remember. I'll take credit for it, though. What's going on, man? Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. I'm just trying to put in that work, man. Let's see if we get to see the whole piece here. Yeah, dude, that piece is dope. I found it on Pinterest, but Pinterest kept sending me to. I think it was sending me to Alibaba, and I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that. I was able to find it in Amazon. I don't. You paint your stuff, or do you only do pencils and inks? I don't know if I've seen any of your stuff painted. Um, but the thing is, with me, every once in a while, I'll do so many paintings, and then all I want to do is ink, uh, draw. Then when I'm drawing, I'm like, man, it'd be really nice if I inked this. I think with all the ink I put down on this thing, I'm not gonna want to ink for a while. Yeah, yeah. And some ink wash. Yeah, I can dig it. I can dig it. I don't ink as often. I totally messed up this dude's face though. The this judge's mask. Like the brush got away from me. And I'm kind of tired from it, which sucks. Oh man, that'd be dope. With your pieces, watercolors be dope. And if you're familiar and comfortable with ink washes, yeah, man. I'm trying to not lose focus. Yeah. And that thing looks crazy, man. It looks amazing. All right, I think I'm just gonna. He really doesn't have much to go with his boots. It's just straight boots. Oh no, wrong book. This book. Yeah, not really, huh? He's the guy that does a 2-week workshop that I really want to take for watercolor. Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah, dude, I think that's cool. Um, just that concept of having it switch from digital to Analog, man. Yes, sir. Not the big wig, dude. Not the giant one. This is the only one I was able to pick up. The Masterpiece Edition. Looking at this stuff, it just reminds me that I need to slow down. These guys, him in particular, and some of the other people that I follow and try to study from. Oh, I dropped something. Yes. Yeah, man. I have some artist editions that I would have to look to the look on the side or scan it. There are some that are just too big and unwieldy, and they become a conversation piece more than a study piece. Like the Spider-Man, the McFarlane Spider-Man one, is way too big. Okay. Yeah, me and Saboteur, Charlie from Saboteur Comics, always be talking about these artist editions. But yeah, man, Tokyo Ghost. It doesn't fit anywhere. That thing is it doesn't help anybody. What's the other one? The other ones are not too bad. But that is the biggest one, man. It's so unbelievable. The rest of them are pretty much. I have the smallest one that I have. Not small. It's the Lone Wolf and Cub one. But the Lone Wolf and Cub one is, to me, is a museum piece. I want the Mazzucchelli one. I got the smaller one too. I wanted the big one with it has like the aged print. I wanted that one too, but you know. I got a ton. I went to town, man. I blame cartoonist kayfabe. Rest in peace, Ed Piscor. Yeah, I got a ton. Silver Surfer, the John Buscema Silver Surfer, the Mazzucchelli Daredevil Born Again, Will Eisner's The Spirit. I have Kirby's Fantastic Four. I have I got two Kirby's. No, I got John Romita's Spider-Man, Gil Kane's Spider-Man, Steranko's Nick Fury, The Best of EC. I have Bill Sienkiewicz. Oh yeah, dude, I wanted to get Kirby's Eternal. Is it Eternals? What the heck is they called? Yes, the Eternals. Boy, that price blew up. I don't know why. So I got the complete Eternals collection. His stuff is great. Oh, Alex Raymond's would be dope. Ike Designs. Ike, my friend. Good evening. And thank you for the compliment. Trying to challenge my inner, or try to bring out my inner Brian Boland. I don't know how much more I'm going to put on here. Fake some seams or something. Oh, no way. I wonder why I got canceled. That sucks. I've been digging, it has to be. Some old wartime stuff too. I don't know why. I just feel like I'm gonna end up doing stuff with in that subject matter, maybe. So a lot of Sergeant Rock. And there's Sergeant Rock coming out in September. Try to get this feathering in. You know, Ginger, that I was thinking about. I didn't know that they were gonna do or had a Liefeld Artist Edition, and I had in the back of my mind, like, if they did, I would get it. I would totally get it. As much as all the things that we say about him, I still would get it. Yeah, absolutely. So many poses and figures in motion. Oh, you're talking about this piece here? Yeah, thanks, man. This thing kind of just got out of out of hand. the thing that I suffer from is that I'm not a natural inker. So when I draw something, I need to render it to see it. So some of this stuff I kind of like left it blank and kind of went, let's see if I can pull it off. I don't know how much of this is successful, but it's a good study and a great way to use up my materials. But yeah, I've been reading a ton. I've been finding old Sergeant Rock comics and like the unknown soldier, all of those things, and I even bought the G.I. Joe compendium that has like the first 50 Marvel. all I really wanted was the one issue. If you guys know, you know, number 21, the silent issue. All right. See if I can gonna wet my sponge. Or maybe I can even use this dirty water. Thanks, Ginger, man. I appreciate that, dude. You're yeah, dude, that's the one I wanted. Ended up getting all of them instead. Alright, I don't know if this is gonna fly. Great black and white collector called Blazing Combat. Heck yeah, man. I'll have to check it out. Alright, here goes nothing. I just want it to break up after. There's a scene in that in that Dread Essential where the judges are standing around each other and they're like engulfed in flames, and I think this is how he was able to get that effect. And then I'll add like something around it. But yeah, I did this this Sergeant Rock yesterday. I was watching Band of Brothers. My daughter, we just rebought the Band of Brothers box set. Say that 3 times fast. And And while I was watching that, I got a bunch of Sergeant Rock books around me. A little Sergeant Rock with some inkage. And I was trying to do. I'm gonna design a fake cover. So, if you're familiar with Sergeant Rock, almost every time you turn the first page is him just side-eyeing the viewer, talking about how war is hell, and he's the Rock of Easy Company, and I thought that'd be interesting to have that. And a figure, and then the pose here. But that was the concept when I was hanging out, watching that. Yeah, Band of Bros, bruh. I say that 3 times fast, Band of Bros, bro. So we introduced my daughter to it. See how she deals with anxiety. So yeah, dude, I'm taking the opportunity at this point in my artistic journey and career to do and paint everything I never had a chance to or wanted to, and kind of like, for whatever reason, decided not to. That's my my goal for 2026, man. In the winter, yeah. I can't wait till we get there. And that laser's gonna pew, pew. You gotta do the pew. Call your cats to your pew. Yeah, that'd be cool, man. Yeah, I'm trying to go nuts, right? Get rid of a lot of this blue line. Uh, what I was gonna say, Gingerberry, if it's cool with you, I think the character is cool that you're doing. Punish. If you don't mind sharing some character art with me, man, I would love to do some fan art or pin up for you, man. If it's cool with you, of course. Hold on. Dying. Don't bother getting that. Man, go get yourself one of these. You can get them in the shampoo aisle at your local Walmart. That's what I did. And just tear it up. No, yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. I don't know where I was. I can't remember what art store, and I was looking for, yeah, the loofah. I was looking for art sponges for this same reason. And I'm like, that's way too expensive. I can't tell you how, but I can't remember how much it cost. All I knew is that it was like, no. Pew! I like that effect. Hit up Walmart. Was like, thank you, Walmart. All right, I'm gonna do some. And this, I think, maybe $2. First thing I did is start tearing it apart. I don't want to lose the fact that Dread's arm is broken here. That's what I was jokingly earlier about putting all the onus now on the colorist to make everything read. Oh, dang! I forgot Dread's name. Well, yeah, absolutely. You get it cheaper there. The old Dollar General. Dollar General, if we need somebody to sponsor. Are you gonna do a Kickstarter or something like that for the book? I'm looking forward to that. What's up, Rob? Rob Norton in the hizzy. How you doing, sir? Dude, I'm trying to get a better sight of my schedule. I would love to do a draw along with you, man. Maybe I can pick your brain on stuff. Yeah, that'd be cool then. Not Rob. I've been doing this all day. I got Rob hands now. No, it'd be great, man. Like I said, I don't work. Not for lack of trying. So I basically drive my son to work. So I'm beholden to his work schedule. But yeah, man, I'll definitely, once something clears up, uh, I'll work on your time. Oh, sorry, Ginger. I have two chats going. One on simultaneously going on a vertical stream, and one on horizontal. So on the vertical stream, Rob Norton jumped on. Hey, what up to Rob? And then on Rob, I have on the full screen horizontal. Ginger Bear is over there chatting with me. Man of the people. but Ginger, that'd be cool too, man. I would love to do something like that. Yeah, I would love to do something like that anytime, man. Like I said, my schedule's weird. But it's only a matter of time. No, so Rob is on the vertical. Um, this thing is so busy. I dig that. I can't see a lot of the stuff that's going on here because I have. You guys ever get art blindness? You sit so long in front of a piece that you kind of get lost. So I'm looking at the piece on my camera, my monitor. That glow effect came out really good. Thank you, Rob. I appreciate that. Hey, Rob, I did that trick with the gel pen. This thing was awesome. But it's so uncontrollable now. There's so much white ink that pours out of this. Oh, now it's gonna behave because Rob's here. So I'm gonna use this to kind of clear up around the chains. That's the body. That's his. I'm losing detail because there's so much black here. I didn't separate everything correctly. Oh, dude, it worked too well. But we're gonna be using kneaded eraser guts to fix these. Whatever it takes. All right. I'm gonna wash my brush. Yeah, absolutely, it worked. Oh, we got quiet. I think. Oh yeah, dude. I was doing to test it out. I used it on this piece. On this like weird Doc Samson piece. So you can tell I just started writing and it was like, and as I went along, it kind of dimmed. It kind of thinned out a bit. Let's do one more, and then we'll be out. But yeah, I just gotta make sure I leave a place for my signature. Welcome home, sweetheart. Let me see. I really wish, though, if there was a way to. I don't know if there's a white ink that is as good as India ink, a black India ink. I'm using, every time I say it, New York Central. New York Central Art Supply Waterproof India ink. And so far, it has held up really well. And I think it could be because of the Bristol. I used this on a comic book sketch cover, and it wasn't that good. White acrylic? Yeah, I have some white acrylic also. I was going to use gouache, but gouache, I don't know if it was going to work. But acrylic might work. Because I wanted to use some some white splash effect. Square, I don't know, spotting? What the frick? I wanted it to look messy. That was one of the things I wanted to do on this also. I have this this weird thing about finishing with ink because it's so finite and you mess up, it is what it is, that I wanted to make sure that that was going to be the case, that I didn't care and just ink it and made a mess out of myself. Nice to have to switch from carbon black. Who makes the carbon black? It's also not dark enough with the brushes. Yeah, this one has been really good. I've used Doc Martens black, India ink. These are the 3 things I've used so far. I started with the Bombay black. Old school. It does the job. It's really good. But look at it, it's too small if you're going to be inking all the time. And it was getting expensive on me. So I ended up buying this Sakura, I think, Japanese calligraphy ink. It has a really nice dark pigment to it, but it smells. To me, it smells. There's people that really enjoy it. Like it's a thing. It's a review item online. Oh yeah, the aroma. I'm like, it smells like dirt. To each his own, right? Different strokes for different folks and all that. Yeah, the Bombay black is dope. I used it forever. I mixed these two, and it worked pretty well when this was running out. And then I was able to find that New York Central Art Supply waterproof India ink, and it's been what I've been using ever since. With no mixes or anything. I added maybe a drop or 2 of isopropyl alcohol in here. Allegedly, it helps thin it out if you use nibs. You know how nibs get a little gunky after a while? The isopropyl alcohol helps it run. Steve Rude uses Windex, and I wasn't too comfortable using Windex myself. Omer from Omer Glitch uses isopropyl alcohol, so I'm like, I'll give it a shot. I got enough of that and I'm around the house. All right, I need some white, and I think we Gucci. I like the way that came out. I didn't know I had that in here. You have a platinum ink code. You're going to arrive on Monday, and it's super matte. Just hope it's not too dry for cartridges. Oh, also, I'm glad you mentioned that. See, man, these Pentel brushes, as you know, you can remove the cap from the cartridges and fill your own ink. Which was why I was running out of so much India ink so quickly. I was using this to fill up my cartridges. Now I got a ton of brand new cartridges. This is the Pentel, but these other Pentels I've been using India ink inside. So the only caveat, they will gunk up on you because of India ink. So this one is probably dry. Yeah. So this one's dry, but they're easily fixed. It's all water soluble. Yes. No, the barrel is the cartridge. This is this whole piece here. So they're all pretty much the same design. Let me get a brand new one. Where are Where's my... Where is it? Where is it? Give 1 second, gents. All right. Okay, here we go. So, this is a brand new one. I'm not going to do anything to it, but you can pop out using an X-Acto blade or even a very thin palette knife and pop open that little that piece right there. That's it. This is just a plunger. What happens is with the ink, when you start squeezing it, it goes through inside the plunger, which fills up the reservoir on the tip of the brush. So if you just pop that open, there's 2 pieces in here. I should show you. If I had an empty one, I'll show you because it'll make a mess. All right. When I'm going to surgery, I'm going to use the thin one. All right. Right, same cartridge, give or take. They're both Pentel. I think this is probably like a bootleg version of this. All right. I have gloves over here, but if I don't as long as I don't squeeze a lot, I'll be all right. No, the real test, the real note taking is on Monday when I jump back on stream if my hands are still dirty. But I mean, that dude didn't take no shower. Popped out. I'm gonna make a mess here. So, pop the cap off. See that divided? So they all have the same secondary tube. That tube is what causes the vacuum when you start squeezing on and causing the pressure to move the ink up. That's it. So if it's empty, I don't know if it's empty. I had a little bit in there. So I went ahead and bought these blunt syringes. And I just fill them back up. So if you're using, because some of these Pentel brushes do not have waterproof ink. They have just pigmented ink. This is always mad like sketchy. There you go, bro. Bob's your uncle. That's it. That's it. And they're all basically the same thing. And you can even, let me see here. Yeah, it was dry. Now you can start seeing come on, baby. I don't think I can start seeing a bit of the ink pile. Looks like a toad. And there you go. We back in business. It may take a bit to get the whole brush tip to get back to its original. But again, they're so inexpensive and cheap that this could be the one you beat up. And you get some really nice texture. But they're all done the same. So I did so many of them, I had forgotten. And I used one of the regular with the pigmented ink. And then went over it with gesso. And it just smeared everything. I did a clay face painting. And I went, what the hell? Yeah, dude, if it works. Like I said, I've even cleaned out completely, emptied the chamber, hot water, soap, I guess, rework the bristles on the brushes. Because, I mean, they're not real. I think they're all synthetic brushes anyway. But these are great for beaters, man. Rob, do you do a lot of filling with your ink when you're doing your work? You don't want to keep dipping that little brush you be rocking with? You grab one of these bad boys and that's it. So when I first bought the Pentel brushes, I bought a ton of them. Ton of the cartridges. I can't take credit for finding that out. There's a YouTube artist that showed, he does reviews on Pentel brushes, and he was like, "Oh, these are great, blah blah blah, but they're not refillable." And I went, "What? Excuse me? They're not what?" And I started digging through, and he started showing how to refill the ones that were refillable. And then now, if you go into, yeah. Yeah, because of him, now I got just way too many. Oh, I even got a white one. The white ink is trash. It might be acrylic ink in here. Kurataki's. The brush is great, but it gunks up pretty bad. Dollar store metallic brush. Great for signing your name over black ink. I found these are some of the better white brushes. Zig, another Zig. This, because I've got some form of ADHD, they click, and it's very pleasing to the ear. To get them going, you kind of like, you're like, oh, that's my jam. Yeah, so I just have to be careful because they're all in their native language. I don't know, some of these are waterproof, some of them aren't. I usually find out when it's too late. But I just like them for the tips. When the tips get too beat up, just the tip. And that's it, fellas. That's it. Hopefully I saved you guys some bucks. You can get these blunt syringes at Amazon. I got a box somewhere. I would give you the name of them. But yeah, they come with the syringe, several syringe sizes, and all of these different plungers. I still don't know how much liquid fits into these completely without making a mess. I always fill them less than. Also, there's another, I think, if you really want the pens to flow dangerously good, you remove that inside, that middle chamber. The first piece that I took out, remove it completely and put it in there. That'll be the only way that it stops from overflowing. If that's something that you want to do. I don't think there's a reason to do that. But we're men, and if it can be taken out and destroyed, we gonna do it. Gents, I appreciate your time. I'm gonna call it. I'm going to let the music play me out. I'm gonna clean up because there's too much loose ink everywhere, and I haven't eaten, and I'm fidgety. So that's it, man, guys. I thank you, Rob. We're gonna hook up. I'm gonna send you a DM when I can for a quick scheduling setup. Ginger, anytime. Like I said, if you don't mind, share some character art with me. I would love to do something with that character in respect to how you do them. Not to, you already know. Yeah, man. I'm gonna clean up. I'm gonna put my stuff to the side. I appreciate you. Get you guys with the adios. This is Arch of the Round Table. My name is Mello. God bless you and love you, mean it. Till next time, I'll draw you later. Bye bye.